Well, the largest county in Tennessee is launching a committee to study the feasibility of reparations for the descendants of slaves.
A recently approved resolution in Shelby County will allocate $5 million to examine racial disparities in the region. Key areas to be addressed include housing and home ownership, healthcare, criminal justice, and you see there career opportunities and financial literacy, as well as generational wealth. Also joining us now is Katherine Burgess. She's a government reporter in Memphis for the Commercial Appeal. Thanks for joining us today, Katherine. Talk to us about this resolution to form a committee to examine reparations, because it's been approved less than 2 months after that horrific death of Tyre Nichols. But I'm not sure if that alone was the impetus for such a grand effort here. Talk to us about the connection between the two.
Sure, and thank you for having me on. I think this would have probably still happened even if Tyre Nichols had not died. There's been a big change in Shelby County government in that we have some new commissioners, new county commissioners. The county now has a Democratic supermajority on the commission, and we also have 8 Black members. And some of these are new members who are willing to try new things and are interested in new things, like seeking out a study on reparations. With that said, Tyre Nichols has been a part of the discussion. His death as a 29-year-old Black man, who died 3 days after being brutally beaten by police, has been part of the discussion in that it's come up as an example of how systemic discrimination against Black people continues to this day, even to the point of death.
Well, we know that support for the reparations program was not unanimous. So tell us, what were some of the arguments against it?
So the people who voted against it were all Republicans and all white. Then there were 2 commissioners, a Republican and a Democrat, one white, one biracial, who voted to abstain. And the arguments against it from the Republican commissioners included calling it divisive, that it's dividing people along racial lines at a time when the country needs to be unified. There also, a few people called it un-American. And then there also is the question of where the $5 million, which is not going to fund the study, but will be held until the study has actionable items. But there's the question of where that $5 million is going to come from out of the county budget, particularly when the question of whether it might be reimbursed with federal COVID dollars is still a question.
And it's a major question. So many jurisdictions in the country have debated for a long time since the abolition of slavery. And Shelby isn't the only county in the nation studying reparations. But should this committee get to a place where they decide they are appropriate, how do they determine who would get what?
Yeah, I think that is a question that the committee is going to have to determine. There was a little bit of discussion about that when the resolution was approved. There was an amendment made to it to say that it only applied to the descendants of slaves in Tennessee. And then later, that last bit was taken off to just say the descendants of slaves. So that is the overarching category we have now for who will possibly be eligible for these reparations. I imagine the specifics will be determined by the committee, which of course has not even been named yet.
All right, we'll continue to watch it. Katherine Burgess. Katherine, thanks for sharing your reporting with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.